Check this out.
Welcome to BLPA Big Show. Hockey sports, life for the adult athletes.
Yeah.
Powered by the Beer League Players Association.
Better follow me.
Follow us at BLPA Big Show on every social media outlet. Follow the crew on Twitter at Nicker Jones and Trish at Trish Dangle.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Hello, friends. What an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous day, don't you think? Hey, it's Nick here. I just wanted to come on and tell you a little bit about our partners here before we get started on the episode this week. HockeyWolf.com. HockeyWolf.com is a pro shop that is focused on team gear, providing beer leaguers with value, and that's why they fit perfectly in with the BLPA Big Show and the BLPA in general. So hold on to your pants and just go check out their website. You can find a link in this podcast description that is a link right to the BLPA page where they have BLPA branded merchandise and deals that are exclusive to BLPA members. So go check out HockeyWolf.com, the awesome, the incredible sponsors of the BLPA and the BLPA Big Show. Make sure you check out our new show, Tindy Talk, over on Tunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Tindy Talk. It's a goalie show. You know, I'm not a goalie. I love goalies. 2021 is the year of the goalie. But go check them out. They have interviews. I heard next week on Tindy Talk, they have an incredible guest. One that is a big get for the BLPA podcast network and Tindy Talk in general. Old Joe over there is going to be interviewing his childhood hero. I'll leave it to him to explain. You'll have to go listen to him to find out who it is. But it's big. All right, on to the show. Hey, listen, I'm not on this show this week. I'm not on the show this week, other than this. It's ladies' night. The beautiful ladies of the BLPA Big Show have taken it upon themselves to record their own episode, even bringing in a special guest. Maybe it's so good that I'm not on any more episodes. I don't know. But check them out. And guys, have a great week. Love you. Do something today to be better than you were yesterday. Hey, enjoy the ladies' night.
Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to ladies' night. Whoop, whoop.
Woo.
Trish, take it away with plugging our social media handles, because today and today only, you guys care about us, the three of us. We have a special guest for you here today too. So take it away, Trish.
Yeah, we're going to introduce her in a second. But first of all, important stuff. You need to follow us everywhere. You should subscribe to our show wherever you get your podcasts. Rate, review, subscribe. That helps other people find us. So do good things. Tell us we're handsome, all that good stuff. And follow us on social media, BLPA Big Show on Instagram and Twitter, Cara DeBella on Instagram and Twitter, Trish Dangle on Twitter. Don't follow me on Instagram. I don't want you there. And Nick, if you still want to follow him, even though he's not here, he's at Nicker Jones on Twitter, the Nicker Jones on Instagram. And if you are special enough, if you are a unicorn, if you're hot enough, and if you make really great Instagram posts, Alex Moffatt, our special guest, might let you follow her on Instagram at @Moffatt. So sauce her a follow.
Serious
see if you
inquiries
actually get
only.
accepted.
Apply within.
Mm-hmm.
Slide into those DMs, fellas. Give us your best
Yeah.
pickup lines into Alex's direct messages. And
Get out of Kara's mom's DMs
and get out of my fucking
slide
mom's
into
DMs.
Alex's
Leave that
DMs.
poor woman alone. And also, please crack a drink with us as you listen to this episode. Cheers, ladies.
Yes. You can't see us tonight, but we are having a drink with you, with each other. It's a beautiful thing.
It really is a beautiful thing. So like we mentioned, we have a special guest, Alex Moffatt. Alex plays on my hockey team. I call her Moff or Moffy because it's just way cooler. And
It really is.
Yeah, it really is. Alex, tell us about your hockey history. What led you to be here on the BLPA Big Show?
Oh,
The great show in the world.
Nick, we might have a replacement here for you, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Just trying to compete. No, honestly, number one, thank you for having me. I'm pretty stoked to be here. Kara and I connected obviously through my beer league hockey. So yeah, what got me there? A lot of years of hockey prior. So 30. Just loving life at this point, but started when I was like 9. And because my brother wanted to. So, that seems logical. getting out on the rink, and then
Trish, do you have a
I pretty
brother?
much became
I do. I have 2 older brothers.
Right. So
yeah.
that's how we all got into
And a
hockey, because of
sister.
our brothers and our dads and stuff, right?
My mom, man. My mom
Oh,
was the
hell
one.
yeah. Shout out to
Mhm.
your mom. Shit.
Yeah, she's a badass.
What's your mom's name?
Holly.
Holly.
Mhm.
Holly. She's a goat.
I think she might still listen, or maybe she gave up because I swore too much. I don't know.
Sorry, Holly.
So shout out to
Goat.
Holly.
Mhm.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, keep going, Mom.
Hockey parents, like my dad was just thrilled with it, right? So he was my coach most of it. But then yeah, a lot of the girls that I played with all went to college, and so then I ended up playing college hockey in Pittsburgh. So played 4 years there as a defenseman, and then I don't know, yeah, ended up playing for the Flying V's in women's beer league here in Calgary, and that's how I met you, Kara, and then got on this show. So
How
that's
this beautiful
my hockey
relationship came to be.
That's the
That's a sick
fruition of
team
it.
name, by the way, guys. That's the first I'm hearing of it, and I love
Our
it.
team name?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Do you know who made it up, Muffy?
I think honestly, like, no.
Okay. Perfect. You know,
No credit
when
here.
I really sit down and think about it, absolutely not. Hey, because Nick isn't here, we are gonna get started with a really good news story, really positive story. Get things.
2021 positivity.
2021
finally.
positivity. Let's make that a hashtag.
Mhm.
We had a interesting situation happen with the goalie, the kid whose pads got stolen, which is so sad.
Yeah.
And everybody who plays hockey, and especially goalies, know how fucking expensive those things are. So he got his pads
Mhm.
stolen. I don't know exactly the story of how that happened, but
Yeah, do you want me to take it over
yeah,
a
give
little
her.
bit? Yeah. So goalies, we pride ourselves on getting new sets of pads like every 2 years or less, because goalies are narcissistic and don't pay to play. So we want to get those sweet pads and look good while we're not making saves. So this kid, he got a new set of custom pads before quarantine, and then got to play in them a little bit, whatever, loved them. Kineski pads, shout out. I've never tried them, but I've heard great things. Quarantine shut everything down, and when he's finally able to get back onto the ice, he's young, he was growing, they don't fit him anymore, they're a little too small. So Kineski offered to lengthen them out for him, so they sent him away to get worked on, and they were lost by UPS on the way back. So I don't know how you lose, quote unquote, giant set of pads, but
Wow,
those
I
goalie
really
pads
fucked that
got
story up at the beginning, didn't I? I clearly had no fucking idea what I was talking about. Thank God you took that over. Continue.
We got back on track. So his I believe it was his mom posted on a group, and then someone reposted it on the BLPA group. And of course, the hockey community, being the best community in the world, rallied together, and everybody was like, where can we donate to get this kid a new set of pads? So within like 2 or 3 hours, I think we
2
raised enough
hours.
money to get him 2 hours, enough money to get him a new set of pads from Kineski. So they are on, I believe they're in queue already. So things move quickly here. But yeah, we're getting him some new Kineski pads. I think with the same, like, he created the design on his custom pads, I believe. And so everything the same, getting him pads that fit. And let's keep our fingers crossed that UPS doesn't screw this one up.
Fuck yeah. What a seriously, like,
Yeah.
this is like a Christmas time story, you know? It just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and so thank you guys. Thank all of you guys for donating if you did. And if not, go fuck yourself. Just kidding.
And we got a special thank you and a special shout out from an Olympic gold medalist. So Shannon Sabatos apparently is a BLPA member and saw what we were doing.
When I saw her post
so
that, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
We have like legitimate pro fucking hockey players in this shitstorm of a group? Like,
Yeah.
what?
It's amazing. So incredible for her to give us a shout out, and like just love to see that. And also, who else is hiding?
I know, like,
in
what
our little
other
group?
pro
Like, do we
players
go
are
through the
hiding in the weeds?
They were elite among us.
Right.
Mhm.
Have you guys
It's like
met
we gotta
any
go
pro
through the member
players
list and
before?
really scout out. Yeah, actually, fun story. Another shout out to the goat Holly for skipping us out of school when the Buffalo Sabres were practicing in my hometown, saying we all had dentist appointments, and we went and got to go watch them practice in this tiny rink in my hometown, and then hung out outside after to meet a bunch of the guys. So I have a really embarrassing picture with Mike Pekka. I was.
We're gonna need to post
I mean,
that
not
in
that
the
anything.
Facebook group for the promo of this
I'll have to. I
episode.
know my sister has
For
it for
sure.
sure. It's. I mean, not much has changed. I'm still a really awkward looking adult, but I was a super awkward looking kid, and there's me with Mike Pekka, and it was not great. But yeah, we met a couple of guys that day, and it was super sweet. I think my mom, like, she can correct me if I'm wrong. Also, while we were sitting in the stands watching this practice, the local paper was covering the practice, and they stopped my mom and busted her for lying to the school about us having dentist appointments.
Shit, America.
I know.
Oh wait, I was gonna say America, and then I was like, fuck, this is probably in Canada. Of course.
This was in Canada, yeah.
Damn it. My trip backfired. Nick, can you cut that piece out? Thank you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick's gonna edit this podcast, so if we're speaking oddly highly of him, it might be doctor.
Yeah, and if we sound like absolute idiots at certain points, it's likely us, but also Nick could have edited it. So keep that in mind, everybody. It's too bad that
We'll say it
don't
was
have
an
the
edit.
abilities to go live tonight, because part of the best part, one of the best parts of this podcast is getting all the chirps. I'm like, what do I do with all this energy I have to chirp everybody that's chirping me? Like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do when people say that I'm lying about my stories? Because I have a story about meeting pro players that people are going to be like, she's fucking lying. Don't worry.
Yeah, Big Dad, crack a beer. Carrie's about to tell a story.
Drink. But first,
You need to
Moffatt,
share
have
these
you met? Pardon?
You need to share these
Oh,
stories.
absolutely, I will. But I'd like to hear yours if you have any first.
Oh gosh. I mean, I feel like I have a handful. Similar to you, Carol, likely that a lot of people that just probably wouldn't believe. But you know, I think that I grew up with a lot of guys that played, that did play pro. So I feel like that kind of just in and of itself was just, you were around those kind of guys. So San Jose Sharks were kind of a crew of guys that I got to know, and I got stuck in an elevator with Joe Thornton once. So
How big is he? Did you feel like a dwarf?
I think I blacked out for the entire experience. I was terrified that I was like, just the elevator just stopped. Like just stopped working, just no reason. You know, just a convenient 15 to 20 minute delay for a lot of questions and not a lot of answers.
Oh, that sounds rough. Love it.
Yeah, so that's about it.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
So on the female, like, I'm friends with Rebecca Johnson, who's on the Canadian women's national team. She actually was on my podcast, shameful plug. Either way, I'm plugging it. She was on my podcast.
Full of shame
so
in one
became
way or
friends
another.
after that. She's really cool. And back in the day when the Canucks played Boston, and there was like that huge fucking riot in Vancouver after the Canucks lost. I'm from BC, so I like grew up being a Canucks fan. And so when they got into the Stanley Cup Finals with Boston, I was like, fuck it, I'm driving out. So me and my sister and a couple of our friends drove out. My sister was dating Tanner Glass's brother. And I don't know where Tanner's playing right now, but he was playing for the Canucks at the time. And so anyways, we drove out, and then they ended up losing the game, but we went to party with them after. And like, I was so drunk from the whole entire day that like, I was like fucking wearing leggings, like Lulu. Like, what am I don't know. I'm so embarrassed thinking about this day.
For you.
Anyways.
Were you also wearing Uggs? I'm just curious.
Probably.
The people want to know.
Honestly, probably. Like, I'm so mortified to admit this, but likely.
We're going to need that picture along with my mic.
I actually do have a picture of it.
Yeah.
So embarrassing. Everyone's like, that's not you. I'm like, I know, it's not.
Grown as a person, I've changed.
Pardon?
I've grown as a person and I've really changed.
Exactly.
I did 101.
I really have. So anyways, and we ended up going to this like fancy hotel where they had this room booked above. It's like a hotel and a club or whatever. I don't know where it was in Vancouver. Anyways, and like, it was the most fucking saddest party I've ever been to, because they just lost the goddamn Stanley Cup. And
Oof.
so I remember walking in and being like, oh my God, like, be cool, be cool, be cool. I was wasted already. So me and my girlfriend go to the bar and like I turn around and Kevin Bieksa is taking shots behind me. And I literally just was like, like, because he was such a big thing. And he's still big. Like, obviously, he's such a fucking snack daddy now. But like when he was playing, it was like, I mean, wow. You know?
I'm really into the term snack daddy as well.
Oh, have you not
I'm
heard
gonna
it?
add that to my vocab. No, but I love it, and you bet I'm gonna be using it.
You better believe it. Yeah, so I met a few of the players, and then there ended up being like a couple of us around the table at the end of the night. And one of my best friends, her absolute favorite player is Bieksa. And so I was like trying to work up the nerve to talk to him at the end of the night, but I was so wasted. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I was literally just going to be like, hey, my best friend loves you. Can I have a picture or something? Like, I don't know. Anyways, and then fucking, I guess, I don't remember this, but my sister told me that towards the end of the night, like he went to get up and walk like past me at the table to like leave. And I guess I just went, and then just stopped and just like shut up. I was just like looked up at him and like fucking sputtered over nothing, over air, and then just like completely stopped. And I didn't remember it. And then she told me the next day, and I'm like, yeah, sounds about right. And then, oh my God, I feel so fucking stupid. What was the he like posed naked in one of the Sports Illustrated or something, and he was a Canucks player at the time, and he was super controversial. Like one of the, I can't believe I can't remember his name right now.
Who's neat? This is rough.
This is so rough. Sorry, Nick, you're probably gonna have to cut this part out.
Oh wait, it wasn't Kane, was it?
No, I have like a super
Nick,
old photo of my Instagram that I'm trying to find right now. Fuck me, I should have been prepared. I'm so sorry, everyone. Anyways, I'm like in the hallway with one of my Ryan Kessler. Fuck. Okay. I'm in the hallway with one of my girlfriends, and he comes out of the bathroom, and I was like, and we were waiting for the bathroom, and so my friend Koe, she didn't know much about hockey, but she was just along for the ride at the time. She's like, I go, hey, I'm a really big fan. I'm so sorry for the circumstance, but like, would you be okay if I got a picture? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, oh my God, wow, what a nice guy. So I literally like held him like he was my boyfriend, like put my hand on his abs. Oh my God, I literally still dream about that and a few other things. But anyways, so so she goes at the end, she's like, oh, hey, sorry, what's your name? And he's like, I'm Ryan. And she's like, hey, Ryan, I'm Koe. And then goes pee. And I was just like, it's fucking Ryan Kessler, dude. And he was like in his prime at that point. It was, yeah. Anyways, sorry for my long fucking winded story. I'm going to show you guys this photo and I'll have to maybe send it in. It is
I'm very excited. Oh yeah, you absolutely look like you knew this man.
Yeah, like I don't know if you can see my hand.
Oh yeah,
I am groping that guy.
Yeah,
good for me.
Oh,
snack daddy.
Good for you indeed.
Good for me. Yeah. Anyways,
he is a snack daddy.
He is a snack daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your guys' like hockey crush?
Ooh, I mean, it's I think too blatantly obvious, but Ryan O'Reilly, like, just absolutely top notch. I don't think I even need to explain.
Fair.
Just look at his beautiful face.
Moffatt?
Oh, I feel like there are too many. But I feel like, I'm gonna hate myself if I don't say it, but Steven Stamkos.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Why would you hate yourself for not saying it?
I don't know, because I feel like there are so many that I have like in my head, but they're like more like the more like caveman kind of looking guys, whereas like Stamkos, he's pretty.
Mm-hmm. He is a pretty boy.
Fair.
You know, like there are different categories.
Who's your caveman crush?
Oh my God, my caveman. I can't. Geez, Drew Doughty.
Oh my God, I love Drew Doughty. He's so sexy.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. This is what you get at ladies' night. We're just gonna be, swooning.
I'll talk about all my NHL crushes, and then I'm just sitting here blushing because I'm just like, please don't let any of this come back to me.
I'll listen. So We're very popular in the NHL circles.
So popular.
Yeah, I'm like, how popular is this podcast, guys?
You're about to find out,
We're
Muffy,
about
how many DMs you
No,
Yeah. We'll see if Drew Doughty slides in your DMs.
y'all.
except for Drew Doughty. He has unlimited access.
Yeah.
Drew Doughty, you can slide into my DMs.
And a couple other things, I'm sure.
Ooh.
Hello.
I feel like
There
I
it
have to
is.
say, not necessarily, like, Peter Forsberg has a really special place in my heart.
Oh,
And apparently mops too.
What's that noise? What's that noise about, Muffy?
hey, there's a lot of things that are happening right
You
now.
know-
I can't explain.
I can understand.
A lot of
that.
reactions.
Yeah, so when I was in the
Oh,
third grade, my
amazing.
third grade teacher was, here's another fucking lie for you guys. Let's all drink. Cheers.
Hey.
Happily.
When I was in third grade, the teacher at the time, she was pretty into hockey, so we would do like brackets or whatever. And so what's it called? Like a hockey pool? Yeah. So
Mhm.
I didn't know. It was my
Gambling.
first go around. I had
Yes,
no idea
children.
what it was about. What?
Gambling as children.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Highly legal. Yeah.
Starting
Yeah, exactly. You know what? We don't do anything illegal, and if we do, we're sorry, right?
We're sorry.
Mhm.
We're sorry.
We're so oh my gosh, Moffatt. So when Nick was, because he's American, but he's living in Canada, sometimes he tries to like pull out Canadian slang, but he said Surrey, and we're like, it's sorry, not Surrey. It's a fucking town in BC. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was
Get it?
it was a low point for our podcast.
Yeah, it's okay. We're moving
know,
up. We're positivity for 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. So are we
Yeah,
here,
it's
ladies?
fine.
So-
Everything's fine. Anyways,
So Kara was
third
gambling
grade,
as a
I
child.
was gambling as a child. It was very, very legal, and my parents consented. So, so yeah, I didn't know. Like, I just was like, "Oh, cool, Colorado Avalanche," and just started picking all these players, and not realizing like you could pick people from any team. Like, it was my first go around at this. Okay, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I had no idea. Anyway, so I just picked like half of my fucking roster was Colorado Avalanche because I just got so like, happy. Got like not gun shy. What's the opposite of gun shy? Gun happy? I don't know. Anyways.
Trigger
You're
happy.
happy. Right?
Right. And just started picking all these players. Turns out the Avalanche went to the Stanley Cup Finals that year. Peter Forsberg scored the most amount of points, or had the most amount of points for me, and I ended up fucking winning my grade 3 hockey pool.
So children, listen up.
So anyways,
For
that's why
all
I
of
love
your
that.
fantasy hockey, pick players from just 2 teams and pick right.
Just pick right.
If you're one of those teams goes to the Stanley Cup, you're
just
cruising.
don't be wrong. That's all. Just don't be wrong.
Just don't
Right.
be
It's
wrong.
so simple,
If more people would just get that,
right?
man, life would be a lot better. Don't be wrong.
That would be so easy.
Great.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
Oh.
amazing. So wow, I wish I had any like success stories like that.
I feel like I
I do
don't
have
have
a
any
nice little
until they just pop up in my head doing this podcast, and that's why they all seem like lies. Because I'm like, oh yeah, because I literally just like just tuck them away in the old archives, you know?
They're just
It's
uncovered.
like
It's like a special little gift that you get.
Archives. I mean, honestly, I thought that the A on the Colorado Avalanche jersey stood for Alex. So they were my favorite team, and so then when they went to the
Conceited
Stanley
much?
Cup-
Just kidding.
hey,
Well-
nobody was correcting me. Let's put it that way.
That's why I like
Alright.
the
That's
Canucks,
fair.
P for Kara. You know what I'm saying?
I also felt pretty entitled that Peter Forsberg was my boyfriend.
I mean, if you claimed him,
Well, bitch, get
is
in
there
fucking
any
line.
law that says no? This is gonna be a rage cage kind of
I was gonna
situation
say,
over
Muffy,
Peter
you might have to
Forsberg.
go for a fucking full blown
Oh my God,
rage.
Kara, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that I would fight Kara in a trade. She's probably the one person I would not fight.
Really? Let's unpack that. Why?
Ooh.
You would crush me.
The look on
I
your
love
face.
that.
You just what? It's like that kid that's like,
I think I'm
you,
tough.
I know, you. Have you guys seen that meme?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, I think I'm tough, but I also know how tough you are. So it's like, that's a relative game, and you're relatively bigger than me. So that's physics. I'm gonna lose.
Hashtag science.
Okay. So both of you, well, I mean, we are all about science here, even if Nick's not here. One of us can don the
To
lab
the
coat and
degree
like
in
be the
math
scientist.
and engineering.
There
We
you
could
go.
do fight liney cut with like Alex has to choose fight liney cut, me, Trish, and Nick.
Put you right on the spot.
No,
please.
seriously, on the spot, Alex, you're up. Who are you picking?
Oh my
Happening?
god.
Oh
Do it.
my
Yeah.
god. Okay. So I'll fight Nick.
Thank you.
That's the right choice.
I'll liney you, Trish, and I'll cut you.
Sorry, Kara.
I'd rather you cut me than you fight
Paradise.
me.
Just out for the count.
You know,
I'm super
we
excited
will
for
still
our
be
new
friends
team.
even if you cut me. So
See? If we fought each other, though, we would not be friends. So.
exactly. No, I appreciate that. That's a good choice. Actually, now I kind of want to go around the horn and do this.
And do the fight.
Do it. Do it.
Do I sub myself out for Moff?
Yeah. So you like, so
Okay.
I'll do like you, Moff, and Nick, and then you do me, Moff, and Nick.
Okay. I'm going to. Oh, this is hard. Wow. I'm gonna cut Nick. Here we go. I'm gonna fight Moff because I feel like that would just be like a fun fight.
Yeah, because she'd be like, "Wait, are you okay? Wait, what's
Yeah. And I'll buy you a beer or like a pre-roll or something after.
Yeah.
Like we'll be fine.
Right with that.
And then I'm gonna liney Kara because I think she could just like dangle the shit out of people. Like I keep saying, they have to be fun and feisty to be on my line, and Kara's got that.
Oh my god,
so
thank you. What an absolute compliment.
you're welcome.
Oh shit.
Now you're in the hot seat.
Yeah, I'm for sure fighting Nick. I'm so sorry. I just have to. I wanted to switch it up to be like, okay,
I'm gonna pay for that.
like, but I don't really want to like fight either of you guys. And I don't want to cut you either, but anyways. Fighting Nick. So sorry, bud.
Yep.
So sorry, bud. Take a lap, eh?
He's gonna cut this entire episode.
He's like, you guys are fucking, you're out of here. Like, fuck you guys. You know what? I will say, let's toss in a Nick compliment here. I will say, like, there's been times where I've chirped him so hard that after the episode, I actually call him and I'm like, yo, dude, like, none of that's personal. It's kind of just all, for the gram, not for the gram, but for the pod.
The proverbial gram.
Yeah, and the proverbial gram. Can we call this episode the proverbial gram? We use big words, okay? Fuck.
Yeah. $10 words over here. What's up?
What else is going on?
That's so good. What was I saying? I'm so lost.
You were giving Nick a compliment.
Oh yeah, I will say that he's
you're
actually
able to chirp him so hard.
He talks a big game and he's like, back and forth with me and it's all good, but it's truly all in good fun and he does take the chirps really, really well. So I was going to be like, sorry, Nick, we're all fighting you. But I'm like, he actually will take that really well and think it's hilarious and probably use it against us in the future, which fair enough.
Well, absolutely. He
Fair
will.
enough.
Likely.
And then I would, I'm just going to have to do the opposite of what you did, Muffy, like kind of the same. Like I'm going to have to cut you and I'm going to have to line you, Trish. Because I know what it's like to be in your line already. So I just need some new experiences. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll get you both back on the team next season. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be totally fine. Anyways, we should probably get back to what we were going to talk about today, which was going back to the whole Facebook thing. There was a Facebook post. Yeah, Trish, you brought it to my attention where somebody's chirping refs and then all the fucking refs get in the comments being like, go fuck yourself, which is hilarious.
So good. Absolutely roasting this guy. And it's the best.
And also, as they should. Like, don't fucking say that.
Yeah, I mean, we all have. I mean, we'll get into
Yeah.
it. We all have refs we hate.
And same
but you
goes
don't
for
need
the
to
guy
like
in the Facebook
be-
group that talked about, oh guys, oh boys, like, we're gonna have a fucking line brawl. Like,
Yeah. Oh, we're playing this team we hate, and they
we
blow
hate this
everybody
team,
out every
they
game.
hate
So we're
us,
gonna
like-
have a line brawl.
get the fuck
Dude,
out of here.
Put a shirt
No.
on in your profile picture, and learn how to play hockey,
And
or stop whining.
and also grow the fuck up. Like, this is beer league. Line brawls aren't cool unless they're in the NHL, and even then, it's like, what? Yeah. Mm-mm.
if you're not getting paid to play, you don't need to go get like a tooth replaced.
Like, why do you care?
Like, why?
Why?
Why is it
It's
bothering
really
you
sad
much?
that,
and why
like-
can't you be a grown-up adult and go talk to whoever runs the league and be like, hey, this team shouldn't be here for X, Y, and Z reason.
He's like proud of that.
Like, do they-
putting it in the group? Like, bro, no.
Oh, he was so
I
proud of
know.
it. He was definitely. Both of these people were looking for people to back them up, and it absolutely backfired.
Absolutely backfired. Anyways,
is-
continue with the original post, Trish.
Okay, so this is the post, word for word here. It says, "Dear referees, save yourselves from looking like an even bigger morons than you already are. Before you ref a game, make sure you know the league rules. Signed, players that like good refs."
It's so funny because, like, this guy has no fucking idea what he's talking about. And he, like, anyways, I could go on for days.
So, Moff, you're a ref, I hear? Or you have ref?
I grew up as a ref. My brother's a ref as well. So yeah.
And what
You want
level
me
do you
to-
ref?
Yeah,
Or
tell,
did you?
like, let's get
Yeah, I'd
into it.
love for your opinion. Yours
I
is
mean,
the
I-
opinion that matters with your perspective.
Yeah, all of your opinions are, like,
Gosh,
very
you're-
welcomed here.
My brother refed pretty high, so he got into like the junior kind of WHL scene, and then I refed kind of basically just up to like AAA minor hockey, like midget, which is I guess U18 now. But yeah, so like I guess as a ref, it's like just show up and like just know the game, and so like. If you know the game and you're going into like either a tournament situation or you're going into like a league that you maybe aren't super familiar with, like don't be a D-bag. Like don't like make a fool of yourself to the point where like people are going to question your credibility. And so like I think that like at the end of the day it's just like it's people problems like that we just deal with everywhere. And so it's like good refs are good people that show up and want to do their job and show up, you know, willing to acknowledge that they're humans. Like, I mean, I've screwed up calls before, but if I'm willing to like own that with coaches or players even and say like, hey, you know, that's my bad. But I'm also not going to like be cheap about it and just like call something on the other team to like quote unquote even it out.
Like, make up for it, yeah.
Right? Like you gain a lot more respect with teams and you have a lot more control, quote unquote, again, of the game, which is just like player safety. Like number one, first and foremost, I don't want people to know I'm there. I actually want to be pretty unseen in that whole situation. And then it's like at the end of the day, like reffing is hard. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You have to have a thick skin for it. And so it's like there's a lot of power tripping assholes that want to ref because like great, that's a great avenue for them, but they don't last at the elite levels, we'll say it that much.
And
so
those are the guys that fall down to ref beer league.
right,
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like okay, if you're elite hockey, great, expect elite reffing. You do not play elite hockey, so I am gonna kind of side on the fence of like get over it because
Like, and like to that guy, like, why do you think that you're above these refs? Like, they're humans. They're not like fucking robots that you can just be like, oh, there's the fault in the system. Like, they're fucking people, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah. Like, what page 85 rule did they not call to make him that pissed off? You know, like,
Well, and like,
I'm
don't get me
expecting a
wrong,
beer
we
league
all
ref
get
to call basic shit.
exactly. We all get angry when a ref makes a stupid call or a wrong call. But there's a way, like, okay, what are you gonna do? Like, can you imagine having a game and having a ref be like terrible, and then the next day you like wake up and you're like, let me get to this BLPA Facebook group and talk shit about my dumbass ref last night. Could you imagine that's all you have to do with your life?
No, because I have a job
and a
and
life
like friends
and like a podcast
and other
to record,
hockey to
you know?
play.
No, I'm just kidding, but I got beers
People
to
talk
drink,
shit.
bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
No, he probably has a really lengthy gratitude journal, and this is just his outlet for rage. Like, I got nothing for you guys.
Oh, that's the best image
That's a
that I've ever had
gratitude
in my
journal.
mind.
Oh man, we can always count on you for that, Moffy. I love that.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
So beautiful. Maybe we should have like a circle, like a quiet circle time, and like hold hands and sing Kumbaya to get everybody just like off of their fucking ref tangents and line brawl tangents. Like, let's just all calm the fuck down here.
I have a very calm and soothing voice, so I feel like we could totally get that game going on here. Like,
okay, well,
everybody,
great.
Like,
let's add
We're
it.
gonna start a new podcast. It's gonna be called "Chill the Fuck Out" with Alex Moffatt.
Chill the fuck out. You're not that great with Alex Moffatt. Oh my god.
You don't play for the NHL.
Done. Well, we're gonna make millions. That's genius. I love it.
This is gonna be the new like self-help podcast.
Yeah, Nick leaves us alone for one fucking week, and we start singing Kumbaya and talking about self-help on a fucking beer league podcast. Sorry, Moffy. What?
Sorry, but some of these guys need some self-help.
You know what? The male population needs some self-help.
I've seen some ladies that need some help.
You're right.
Too.
You're right. I'm just trying to deflect. But but no. So
I wasn't calling you out specifically.
Pardon?
I wasn't calling you out.
No, I know, but you're right. Like, I have a growth mindset. I can adapt. Anyways, so Moffy, as both a ref and a player, what are a couple stories that stick out to you as like either people coming up to you as a ref and like calling you on your shit and like freaking out, and then vice versa, like if you're in the player position?
Okay, so less in like the verbal altercations, but I was reffing elite boys hockey for a period of time, so I think it was like Bantam AA. And these boys are decently big. I'm really small. Like, I'm 5'3" for context. Like, I'm tiny. And I was just doing lines, and basically the guys were coming down the ice, and it just was an unavoidable situation where I was not going to get out of the way in time. And I just got absolutely crushed. Like, there were 3 guys like coming down the ice, and like I just got absolutely hammered into the boards. I went down. I did get up, but like the ref of the game blew the whistle. Was like, she's not getting up from that. Was like,
the ref blew the whistle for you. The lines. So wait, question. Linesman is like the word for a linesman, but like when it's a woman, do we say the lineswoman or do we just say linesman?
No,
okay, sorry.
I mean,
dumb question. Continue.
It's okay. It's just a label, and I mean, I'm one of those people that like I don't need to bring emphasis to. But anyways, carry on. But yes, me carrying on.
So you carrying on, and then were you okay? Did you get up? What happened?
Clearly, I have some brain damage. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so like I got up, but the ref he stopped the game, and so he comes over. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm mostly fine." So put on my tough attitude, finish the game. But it was afterwards, and literally I was looking up the back of me, and like I was covered head to toe in bruises. And so now it's like, now as a player, I'm really aware of like the ref. Like, I'm scared to like shoot the puck at them, or any of those kind of things. Cause like there's been a couple times too, especially in guys hockey, like I'm gonna be super real. Like, they shoot the puck way freaking faster than girls hockey does. And so it's like, me as a female ref, to try and get out of the way of like a guy icing the puck, becomes like a little bit more of an adrenaline rush that I'm willing to experience sometimes. So I was like, I'll stick to the ladies. Although I'll be super real, the ladies are way more ferocious with their language. Like
Really?
Yeah.
guys, yeah, guys will play it out, and they'll make the odd, like, stupid Neanderthal type comment, like, oh, fuck you too. Like, it's just like, okay, cool. Whereas like girls, it's like,
Malicious.
it's personal. Like,
Yeah.
if they
Oh, yeah.
know anything about each other, it is not about the hockey game, like, at all. And I think that's just like the wildest thing. That's a soap opera right there.
Yeah. One of my friends and teammates, she was called a fat bitch, and she is not fat. She can be a bitch once in a while, but she's very skinny. She looks like a model. And this lady was, I mean, all bodies are bodies and whatever, but she was in no position to be calling someone a fat bitch. And it was like, I'm sorry, we're just playing hockey. I don't know what you need to do, what you need to work on, but like, no. Just leave it to bitch. That's fine. I'll take that.
I won't lie though, in college, I used to have some ruthless chirps. There was this one goalie that she was bigger. And she was just mouthy too. And so I would get down into the other zone. I was a defenseman, so I had no place being down there. And I would just kind of like make a point to get down there. And I'd be like, hey, is that how you fit all that cake in that big mouth? Yeah? Oh, okay. Hey, honey, have another pound. Have another pound. Like, I was ruthless with some of these girls.
And like, that's going to affect her.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know she's actually going to be like, fuck, when she hears that.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's mental warfare out there.
100%.
You gotta be mentally tough, ladies. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it now. All you girls out there, number one, you do some crazy shit when you're mad, and you have testosterone running through you. Like, that's what sports do. Okay, so ladies, that's a strange thing to reconcile.
How we haven't had Alex on this podcast earlier, I am not sure. But I'm
Baffling
so
to
happy
me.
that she's making her debut here with us tonight for
I don't
Ladies'
think
Night.
he can put up with it. Honestly, I don't think he can have all three of us.
Oh my God, 3-on-1. There's absolutely no chance. There's no shot.
Poor man. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would tear him apart, and not in a cute way. So
You would take all the cute out of it and just
He'd
go.
be able to go write about it in his gratitude journal later.
Oh my God, too funny.
gosh.
Trish, by the way, Trish, do you have like a nickname? I guess Dangles.
Yeah, unfitting, but yeah, I guess that's it. I
cares?
don't really have a nickname. But I'll take Dangles if it's gonna make people feel like I'm a better player than I am. I'll have
I
that
think
all
it just
day.
sounds fucking
I
good.
was
So I think I should just really try to. I'm gonna write it in my journal tonight that I'm gonna call you Dangles from now on.
Oh, I'm honored to be in your journal.
Oh
in
my
any way, shape, or
gosh,
form.
you're one of many. But
I was called D Queen once, because I play defense as well.
I was like, that
And
has
I was
an
like,
interesting
don't love that.
context to it.
Yeah.
right?
But as soon as it came out of the person's mouth, I was like, don't love that. We're not gonna stick with that. And he still calls me that once in a while. I'm like, ooh,
That's pretty
yeah,
funny.
still don't love it. So yeah. But do I have any like calls that stick out?
Ref stories, yeah.
No. Not really. I feel like I have I'd like to think I have pretty good rapport with the refs that like are around here, and you get to know the ones that are gonna call what and the ones that aren't. And like, I know a couple refs that, like, if I'm playing women's hockey and there's some girls that aren't maybe strong skaters and I pull a move, I'm gonna get a call. But if I'm playing like C1 and they're reffing, I can probably get away with a lot more than I should. But I did in our championship game last season. We won. Not a big deal
Not
or
a big
anything.
deal.
Men's league champion over here, but I like had made the exact same play like not 2 shifts before, where I like pinched a dude off on the board so I could grab the puck. Like a little physical, but
Just
nothing
like a
crazy.
casual
Like,
pinch off. Yeah. I've been there. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all good.
There's so much happening right now, but carry on.
it, like, there's like 2 minutes left in the game, like less than that, and I did the exact same thing and got called for it, and I was like, come on, man, like, we're running low on time. It's the championship game. You're gonna throw me in the box? Like, that's ridiculous. And for the same thing that I just did, for a pinch off, come on.
That's probably like
Crazy.
what I
So-
get called on the most is just like, to Moffat's point, like I'm not a small girl. So like if somebody Moffatt also, you're fucking strong though. I feel like if I shoved you the way that I like just like lightly shove a couple other girls, you wouldn't fucking flinch. But like sometimes like just when I'm skating and I'll like bump into somebody or whatever, I'm very clumsy. No, but like someone like likely they're gonna fall over if they're not like as big, like as tall as me, you know? So
we're like sturdy.
right. And I like,
Yeah.
and trust me, I've taken my fucking fair share of like falling when I'm just like not balanced and you're like, whoop, there she goes, timber.
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, as my college coach would call that, he would say, like, just you being soft as puppy shit.
I like
that.
that because when we first learned to hit in when do you start hitting Pee-wee? So like in Adam, like in the last year, the last like couple weeks of Adam, my dad he was our coach. He started teaching us like how to hit so that we'd be a little bit prepared going into Pee-wee. And his like catchphrase is like, you just drop your shoulder and the other guy will drop like a sack of shit. And so like I will say that to this day. I'll be like, drop him like a sack of shit. And then I'm like, why am I father's daughter? Fuck me. And that's all I was gonna say about refs too, is like all I have is memories of just going fucking ballistic when there's like 10-year-olds on the ice and it's like throwing water bottles and sticks and like, yeah. He's definitely that coach, but
he's the torts of your memories.
a little bit. I'll share a photo with you guys after this. That's fucking hysterical. But that's the only memories I have is like me being like a fucking 10-year-old and my coach, also my father, being like, hey ref, get off your knees, you're blowing the game. Like, first of all, that's the oldest
That's a good one.
chirp in the book.
Still good though, still
you
fresh.
know what? Yeah, I think it's like always kind of top of mind for everybody. It's a little old, and he has a new one, and I forget what it is. He coaches the junior B team in my hometown now, and he'll like come to me, and not come to me, but like I talk to him after the games, and we get into it, and he tells me what he tells the ref. He's like so proud of his chirps, and I'm like, you are like a 65-year-old man. Well, you have no right to be tossing out those chirps and to be thinking that you're fucking cool and awesome for it. Like, absolutely not.
To the 17-year-old boy that's just trying
right.
to
And he doesn't listen to this, so I can chirp my dad all I want. And if he does listen, I'm so sorry, Dad. Love you. But anyways.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry. I would love to close out our little like referee segment with the top comment on this post, or what I am assuming is the top comment based on all the reactions. It says, "Dear referees, thank you for coming down to ref our fun hockey game that everyone plays to get a break from all the bullshit. Thank you for putting up with dickheads like," and then the name of the man that posted this. So thank you to that person.
And you like the preach emoji, bro.
Yeah. The preach hands.
And also spirit fingers.
Ooh.
Too bad people can't see us. It's really a shame. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. We're throwing out some magic.
So last week we were going to wait to see what happened in the past week with the whole like Barstool and NWHL thing, but like they just all shut down and nothing happened.
Yeah, the NWHL, the Isabel Cup tournament got suspended, which is like a huge bummer. Just like overall,
especially
like whatever
after
you feel
all that
about
drama,
that.
like I feel like the viewership would have been exponential, you know?
Huge. Yeah. And like whatever team you're on, whatever like ship you're supporting here, like that exposure for women's hockey would have been phenomenal. Like whether you're against the NWHL, with them, whatever, it would have been great. And great for the players. They worked really hard. They like took breaks from their jobs and all this stuff to be there. And you know, it's a huge bummer to see that fold so close to the end. So not loving that. And yeah, we didn't, condolences to the league. But yeah, we didn't hear anything additional about what happened, why who was it? The Connecticut Whale, why they pulled out. That really hasn't been fully resolved yet. So Yeah, it was COVID for the tournament shutting down, which I respect. That's a lot of people that have to go back to work. A lot of people with families to support and help out. And if that was an issue, then absolutely do what you got to do to keep everybody safe. But still waiting to hear some more information on that.
It got me thinking though, because I'm like, we talked about this a little bit last week about like how the Barstool, although controversial and we all know their viewpoint and everything, are the general public in the past couple of weeks, right? So who should we, as the Beer League Players Association, BLPA, who should we start a beef with so that we get some more exposure?
So obviously the first person that comes to mind is like, why don't we just start shit with Joe Rogan?
Oh, okay.
He's up there.
But do you think he has too big of a platform where like he wouldn't even notice our shit?
Absolutely. Yeah. But if we can get in his ear some
Say
way.
that Joe Rogan's gonna get that worked up about.
That's true. He wouldn't. He'd be like,
Good
this
point.
this dumbass podcast is talking shit about me. I don't care. He's not even
What's
gonna mention
new?
it.
This is
Yeah.
what I eat for breakfast every day.
True.
This is what I eat for fucking breakfast. Pussies like you.
Oh man.
Actually, that could have been taken. Yeah, I did not
Yeah.
mean it to be sexual whatsoever, but
it
maybe
could
he
be.
does. Who knows?
But it could be. Who's to say? I don't know. It's super hard to like think of somebody that would pay enough attention to us to start.
We're
a
open to all
scuffle.
feedback and comments and ideas. So let us know. Either DM one of us, tweet one of us, tweet the BLPA, tag us on an Instagram story with your thoughts, or share it in the Facebook group.
Yeah,
Let us
who do
know.
we fight?
Yeah,
the
who
Spit
should
and
we
Chicklets
fight
guys
in the
are
fight
part of the
line?
Barstool universe, so I feel like they're off the table.
The who?
The Barstool or the Spit and Chicklets guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we can really dive into that. Let's keep it
Plus,
out
I
of
like
the
our Lexi
Barstool
Whitney,
universe.
so I just feel like I don't really want to ever like
Okay.
not love it when I'm drinking it. Do you know what I mean?
Whitney is delicious, but it gives me one hell of a hangover. And I've heard that from a few people. I think
Welcome
it's
to
like
your
the sugar
30s,
content.
baby girl.
No, this is from people under 30.
Oh,
I think it's the sugar, but I mean, God, does that sound 30 or what? It's the sugar in it. It's giving me a hangover.
the sugar. I think there's some sulfates in there.
It's the nitrates in the wine that really, really give me the
I don't know if
headache.
you guys heard that, but I literally almost just spat out my drink. Thank you.
We're
Also,
gonna
you're
ruin Kara's microphone.
Yeah. My microphone just sounds like it's underwater. Yeah, that bitch is drowning.
Whoopsies. But yeah, so tell us who we can beef with. If you have any connections with someone we can fight with, we don't need to like be able to physically fight them, although we're pretty scrappy and could take on quite a few people. Like we'll have Nick's back in a fight. Right?
Well, it depends what the fight's about, but sure.
in a podcast fight.
All three of us are there. I think we could say we would have his back.
Yeah. We're like, we'll be like Nick's. Say like Nick's Angels.
Were you gonna say Nick's Angels?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It doesn't sound good though. I'm like Nick's. I don't know. We'll think about this.
Yeah, we'll think of a name. But first we need an opponent. So
first things first. Help us out. No, we don't actually want beef, but we just want some clout.
We want that clout.
Yeah.
So if we need to fight Jake Paul in the ring, can all three of us do that? Is that legal in boxing? If three people, like a tag team match against Jake Paul, and I would take Logan Paul too. I think he's
the three of us versus them too.
Yeah, and they can bring one of their like little clown friends. That's fine. One of their little clout clowns.
Clout clowns. That's fucking funny.
We'll take them on. So if you know Jake Paul, we're not Conor McGregor, but we'll fight you. It's fine.
No. We volunteered Nick as tribute. Sorry, buddy.
He'll put up $10 on that fight.
Yeah.
Was he offering McGregor like millions?
You know what? The BLPA, we have seen they can fucking rally and put some funds up. Although it's not for like a little kid whose pads didn't show up. You know, we'll see what we can do.
If it was for Nick going into the ring with somebody,
I think
it
every single
might,
member would at least donate like $20. That's a lot of money.
absolutely. I
What
can throw
about
20 on that.
like a Jello fight with one of those guys or something like that? I feel like that has,
A pillow? Do you say
just
pillow fight?
no Jello.
Oh my god,
Jello.
I thought you said pillow fight. I was like, Moffatt, I'm so sorry, but like, maybe it's time to head back to like your meditation journal because this isn't working out. No, Jello fight. I do like that. I do like that idea.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
you
that'll be it's gonna be a Jello wrestling match, Nick versus someone TBD. We'll figure it out. Everybody get your wallets ready. It'll be a pay-per-view event. Definite nipples. They're Nick's nipples though, so you've probably already seen them, but like
Maybe
you'll
that's
see
what our
them
name
again
should be.
covered in
We're
Jello.
all Nick's nipples.
Nick has 3 nipples. You heard it here first.
Nikki's Liddy Titties.
Ooh.
The Liddy Titty.
That's
The
got
Liddy
some
Titty
spice.
Committee. No. Hang on. Nikki's. Okay, we're gonna workshop this. We're gonna take this one offline.
Yeah, we're gonna have a session after this.
What, Muff?
Nikki's Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Yeah, that's good. I think
There it is.
I think it's there. I think it's right there.
That's gonna be the next T-shirt on beerleagueinc.com. Go there for all of your beer league.
Hey, he was supposed to like.
needs.
He's supposed to get me like a BLPA sports bra that I was supposed to be wearing.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
that's coming up.
Like, I want one and I'll wear it. I'll wear
That's what I said too. I was like,
shamelessly.
I'll wear it, and then I was like, wait, did I just become the sex symbol of the BLPA? I'm not sure I want that title.
You always have been.
Hey, if you need
Someone in
some
the
support,
live compared me to
I'll go
Sheldon's
there for you.
girlfriend from Big Bang Theory, so I think you are the sex symbol.
Wow, I was not expecting that. I need to prepare my speech.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay,
We'll get you ready. We'll have a ball and everything. It'll be great.
love that for us.
Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Do we want to chit chat quickly about the PWHPA?
I think we can touch on it real quick. Yeah, I know Moffatt had some thoughts on it. We just thought, talking about the NWHL and making sure that we support women's hockey as much as we're supporting the NHL and men's hockey. That we just chat about like the first NHL partnership for the PWHA. That's a fucking huge win.
The first 2 partnerships.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
it was the Rangers first, and then the Leafs
back.
followed suit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got the Rangers throwing their support for the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association, which is full of like big name women's hockey players that you've heard of. And their Secret Dream Gap Tour it's secret because it's sponsored by Secret Deodorant, not because nobody knows about it. Although more people should know about it. It kind of is a secret right now. But they're going to get to play at MSG, which is huge because they're partnering with the Rangers. And then maybe a day or two or 3 after they announced the partnership with the Rangers, partnering with the Maple Leafs. Do I hate them? Yes. Do I respect them a little bit more now because they're throwing their hat in the ring for this? Absolutely. So they're going to get the support of these 2 major organizations, which is awesome. And I know that comes with it's support on the back end. It's not just like slapping their name on stuff or saying they're here to offer their arena. They're actually going to, I think, throw some administrative support on this, which is awesome. And I think just a huge step for women's hockey.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I get chills when I'm watching now TV and I see women's like commercials for like sports and stuff like that. Like that's so new age. And I mean, it sounds ridiculous to say that, but like at the same time, like, growing up, there have been so many girls that have been trailblazers of the sport, but like then to see some of these women, like they've come together as a community and they've supported each other through and through a lot of like really hard moments where leagues have folded, and girls have then boycotted their seasons and stuff like that. But what's super interesting is like partnering with these men's agencies. It's just like, I think from an economic standpoint, it's a no-brainer. Like people want to say that women's hockey isn't profitable. Well, it's not profitable because you didn't invest any marketing into it. And I think that you're missing out on like a huge market share if you're not targeting a female's audience right now, because like face it or not, that's a trend. So like let's trend up with it.
Let's get more teams on board because it's just going to continue to grow the sport at large. Like, you can't tell me that it's a detriment to your sport as a male to have women want to support their sons playing hockey. Like, I mean, Trish, your mom is the one that, you know, brought you into the hockey world. Like, we need more hockey moms. So,
Need more
like,
Holly.
come on. Let's
Holly's
get
in
it.
And can you guys like tell me a little bit, because so here in America we don't have Tim Hortons everywhere. They're close to the border and they're not as good. But y'all have the like female hockey player Barbie dolls that like Tim Hortons sponsored or made. Have you seen those floating around? Or
I have
Kara's
not.
face says no.
I have
Go
absolutely
to
not. I
Tim
would have loved
Hortons.
to like look that up before.
Yeah, dang.
So
Oh shoot, yeah, I keep seeing it
apparently it's
all
not
over
working.
social
If that's
media.
the person living in America here. I was gonna say the American, but I would never insult you like that.
I'm a halfer. I'm a halfer. I'll take it.
No, that you know about that and we don't. Like, we're terrible Canadians to not know about that. Apologies. So
No, it's
so
interesting. I was
sorry
curious
about
too
that.
to see what
So
the
sorry.
so sorry. I was curious to see like what the marketing was like and if that was like a widespread thing, because I keep seeing it pop up on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. Little girls like super pumped with their hockey Barbies, and I think that's just, I think it's a really cool thing that they're doing.
Okay, I'm looking it up.
And
That's fucking
It's
cool.
like amazing.
isn't it
I just
awesome?
looked it up too, and I'm like, that is actually, to be honest, I think this is maybe one of, like, I always cry in Tim Hortons commercials. So I feel like this is probably one of those commercials that I was crying at.
Okay, and it includes, so it says the partnership between Tim Hortons and Barbie also includes support from 2 Canadian women who have broken barriers in the sport of hockey, Marie-Philip Poulin and Sarah Nurse, which is like
2 huge
huge
names
fucking
in
names.
Canadian women's hockey. If you
Exactly.
haven't heard their names, yikes.
And I was just because when I first looked it up, all I saw was like a white, blonde hair, blue eyed hockey player, and like that's kind of a whole thing with Barbie, is that's like what they perpetuate as the ideal image, which they've changed, and now there's like, you know, Barbies of color. But
and different sizes, I think, too, which is good.
Yes,
I mean, we don't need to go on the Barbie tangent fully, but yes.
So I like to see that it's not just like, that's the first image that I saw, but I like that they're including diversity, because I think that's so important.
But yeah, I was very curious to see like what that kind of marketing was, because that's not here. That's definitely Canada. So I don't have one.
Also,
to go
like,
buy,
I'm a
not that I
terrible
would,
Canadian
like,
because I don't go to Tim Hortons because I don't like it.
Tim Hortons coffee, like, I'm not even going to say it's a hot take because I think this is just true. Tim Hortons coffee is for people that don't like coffee because it tastes like water.
Trash.
And
McDonald's
if you're drinking
coffee
a
is
double every day, you're not.
coffee
McDonald's
is
coffee,
actually
especially
so
in
good.
Canada, very good. And here's the thing, I heard that it comes from the same supplier as Tim Hortons, but clearly it's a superior roast. So
I don't know about
McDonald's coffee better than Tim
Hey,
Hortons.
are we looking for a sponsorship or what?
Yeah, Timmy's, please.
Yeah, not after we just shit talk their coffee, I don't think.
Oh, right.
Hey, but those Timbits.
Anyone? Well, Timmy's, let's change the narrative here. Like, you know, we'll support your coffee if you pay us.
Give us some free
I'll support your coffee and your Barbies.
That was the most terrible marketing pitch I have ever given in my whole life. Hey, I hate your shit, but I might like it if you pay me.
Yeah. Hey, all it takes is a little money. But yeah, that was
but it is cool what they're doing
if you've got
with the Barbies, yeah.
So if you're a Canadian listener and you have a little lady in your life and you want to get a cool toy, go grab it.
They seem to be on Amazon as well, so I don't know if you can American them in order, if you can order them in America.
Let me see if I can American one of these real fast, just for our American listeners.
Perfect. While you're doing that, I think we've gotten to the best part of the podcast, best for last. So excited. We asked Moffatt to hit us with some Would You Rathers and for the Fight Line he cut. So we'll start with the Would You Rathers. She told me that they're fucking spicy, so I'm ready. I'm here for it.
Bad news for Americans. The Barbie cannot be Americaned on Amazon, so I apologize. You'll have to hop the border.
You'll have to Canadian it.
Or have a Canadian. Yeah, you'll have to Canadian it somehow. So sorry.
Okay.
All right, Moff, take it away.
Joe, you guys ready for this?
Yeah. Wait, let me do some stretching.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, you have to stretch.
Okay, I'll start out light, okay? So, would you rather 10 years with your partner or a one night stand with your celebrity crush?
10 years.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah, I'd go 10 years too. Is that boring?
yeah, like, are we like so fucking classic females with that answer?
Are we 30?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I'm a one night stand with
Drew
Chris
Doughty.
Hemsworth all day.
Ooh, Chris Hemsworth.
The
All right.
Hemsworths. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, now that you bring the Hemsworths into the picture,
Yo, you gotta broaden your horizons here.
I think I'm still going 10 years because I think I'm cultivating better sex that
Well,
way.
and also it's like, okay, if it's 10 years with like an amazing person, or if it's 10 years with like a meh versus like, let me hit up the one night stand. I don't mind being alone, but I wouldn't pass up an amazing 10-year opportunity. You know?
Well, let's put it this way. I am currently alone, so if I'm looking at either or, I am definitely picking a one night stand with my celebrity crush.
Right. Let's
And then
change
I'll
it to
move on
first or
Yeah.
second, because would you rather is too limiting. So first, what would you do first, and then what would you do second? Because what I would do first is have a one night
It's
stand.
ladies' night. There's no rules.
I'm gonna
It's
do
not
both.
would you rather, it's how would you do both.
Yeah.
Get you a bro who can do both.
Right.
Shit.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, too good. What's next,
Oh,
Mom?
man.
Oh dear.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Oh wait, you
Would
already answered. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or in a coma for a decade?
Wow, jail, because I would get so ripped. Everybody gets so ripped in jail, and I feel like that's the discipline that I need to finally
Hey,
get
is
a
that a
six pack.
metaphor?
That was the most fucking like
Yeah.
white privilege statement that has ever come out of anybody.
Yeah, no, it was awful.
No, you know what?
But like,
I'm gonna call you out, but you're fair enough, you know? Like,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Like, hopefully it's not a crime where I'm like in a real rough place. Like, hopefully it was something like I got caught stealing a pack of gum and now I gotta go to jail and I'm in the softest prison of all time, but they have weights, so I'm gonna get it done.
I'm thinking like because of the I love the justification there. That's hilarious. I also, it's weird, but I've had that same thought where I'm like, if I ever did go to jail, like I would get so fucking cut because it's all you have to do. But like also you have to like fend for your life and like be scared all day every day. But you know, like
Unless you're in Martha Stewart prison.
right. So it would depend on what we did. But I think I would
Mhm.
So for
say
that choice,
I think I would say jail. 'Cause my only hesitation with that was that it's really hard to get a job coming
ahead.
out of jail.
Mm.
What, Moss?
But here's the thing, you at least get all the experiences of like the stories of other people
Right.
and like living your life, whereas you're in a coma for 10 years. That's 10 years of life that just you don't
Well, I
Yo,
was
see.
the way that I was looking at it was
Yeah,
like
I cannot wait for the answer.
the way I was looking at it was like, okay, so the 5 years in jail, it's trash, fucking cut, and so fit, and then you'd have 5 years to try to like make up for that and try to get back and get a career, get back into your career, whatever you're doing, and build your life back up, or you're just like 10 years and you are not getting cut by any fucking means. You're becoming a soft fucking piece of bread.
Soft as puppy shit.
You're what?
Yeah, exactly. Soft as puppy
Right,
shit.
exactly. You're soft as fucking puppy shit. But you wouldn't really. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I choose jail. Moffatt, I'm ready.
All right. Yo, I choose a coma. Is that how you say
Yeah.
it?
Why? Why did you choose?
I'm
Coma?
like, because okay, I've read so many books about these like near death experiences that people have while they're in comas. So
Oh,
like I'm just gonna go to space for 10 years is how I'm looking at it. Like,
Shit.
I mean, you know what? The whole point about going to jail for 5 years is you can't get a job. Like I'm sorry, but like
you're fucked.
We don't make jail is not a system where we reintegrate the people back into our society. It's like it's its own, series of problems that it just self-perpetuates. So like I don't want to jump in that pool. So I would rather go into the pool of, 10 years of like, well, what was being in a coma like? And it's like, well, guys, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to go on a speaking tour. Like, this is going to be the catalyst to like a new
Okay,
chapter in
so
my
you
life.
lose 10 years, but then you gain a lot real quick.
Short-term sacrifice, long-term gain.
It's interesting because as like somebody with diagnosed depression, you'd think that I'd be like, fucking put me asleep for 10 years. Bye forever. Love ya. I'm out. It's interesting that interesting that I didn't choose that. Good for me. It means it must be a good day today.
I love the chaos.
Okay, let's do one more.
Okay. Oh, one more. All right. Then would you rather green out or wake up in the wrong bed?
Well, what does the wrong bed mean? Like, how much trouble are we in?
Wrong bed.
How much shame are we carrying?
Hey, have either of you guys ever greened out before?
Yeah,
I guess
it's terrible.
This is the big question. Right? Okay, so equivalence of would you rather green out or wake up in the wrong bed? Like we're gonna make this like you should not be in that person's bed.
Yeah, I'd rather green out because I've done that before. I've also, had some interesting mornings. However, I would say green out.
Man, I hate that feeling so much.
It's the absolute
I think
worst.
I'm gonna go. It's horrifying. I think I'm gonna wake up in the wrong bed because at least there's a story, and even if the story is I'm a dumbass, then at least there's that. I think I can live with shame more as a 30-year-old than I can with like that green out feeling. So I'm gonna go wrong bed.
Yo, I'm with you there because that feeling of greening out is just I will never go there again. So yeah, put me in just the wrong bed and I'll talk my way out of that.
Absolutely.
Atta girl.
1,000%. 1,000%.
And then Moffatt, you also prepared a fight liney cut for us. We kind of already like did a little random one in the middle. That was hilarious.
I mean, I kind of like that one. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this one. It's kind of random.
Wait, also, what do you guys think Nick would have said between the three of us? Who would he fight liney cut? I feel like he'd fight me just for like the clout.
He might either fight you for the clout or cut you because he's scared to fight you.
I
don't know. I think that's tough.
No idea.
We'll have to get him to weigh in on this.
He might fight me.
Maybe he can like
that'll
he's
be
gonna be editing this, right? So maybe he can like input what he would right here.
Perfect. Oh wow. Didn't expect that answer.
Oh, dang it, Nick. Like, come on. It's funny because we don't know what he's gonna say, but
we're gonna have words with you.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick
not
with
put
you.
Anything on it.
Hey, bro, you wanna go? Okay, what's the fight liney cut, Moffatt?
Oh my god, okay. So I was inspired by, Free Britney lately that I've seen out there.
Okay,
this is
brand new documentary came out like on Friday.
Yeah.
I just watched it last night.
Oh shit.
I haven't watched it yet. It's causing a stir though. It's causing a stir.
I'm right on trend. So fight liney cut. So Britney, Beyonce, or Beethoven?
Oh, the triple B's.
Beethoven out of left field. Oh,
I need to ponder this one.
We've actually, so this is Britney's second appearance on Fight Liney Cut. So that's huge. Good for her.
We love Britney Spears on this podcast, apparently.
We're a Britney Spears supporting podcast, if nothing else.
Bitches.
Yeah, Brit. Sponsor us.
Brit.
Yeah, maybe that's who we can get in a tiff with or get to sponsor us. Just kidding.
Yeah. So I think last time I said in the set we had last time, so last time Britney appeared, we had Britney, J-Lo, and Mariah Carey. And out of the
Wow.
3, I chose to fight Brittany because she's been, I mean, this is probably going to sound even more insensitive now because it was when I said it before as well, but she's been like under control of other people for a while. I feel like I'd be able to fight her because she's like not got her full like control of her
Mhm.
person. Not that she's not
Mhm.
mentally all there, but like that she just is a little bit less controlled. So I think I can fight Brittany. I think I'm gonna cut Beyonce for the same reason I think I cut Mariah, is that too self-centered, too much about her. It's the Beyonce show, and I don't appreciate that. Also, don't love her music, which is apparently a hot take, but sorry,
Yeah, that's
everybody.
some
I know the
tea.
Beer League Players Association are gonna get after me for my
Big
Beyonce
Beyonce guys.
opinions, but yeah, big Beyonce guys in that group. And then I'm gonna Liney Beethoven for no real reason other than I'm so curious. I'm just so curious, and I think he wouldn't be very self-centered. But we'll see. Maybe that could backfire on me. I don't know.
You never
Beethoven seems
know.
like he'd be a goalie, though,
Weird.
So kudos,
which is
Moffatt,
fine.
because this is a really good fight Liney cut. I'm
Mhm.
actually like the entire time Trish was talking, I wasn't even listening because I was just thinking about what the fuck am I gonna do? Just kidding, I listened, but
That's the appropriate response.
yeah. Fuck. I don't know. I'm just gonna choose. Eeny, meeny, miny. No. I would Liney Beethoven as well, just because I think that's when people ask like, who would you like have dinner with, dead or alive? I'm 9 times out of 10 gonna say somebody who's dead, so that you can like just learn about that era and learn about the, you know what I mean? Like that's just so interesting. So I think I'm gonna go with the same as you, Trish. I'm gonna Liney Beethoven, and then I'm also gonna I'm gonna cut Beyonce and fight Britney Spears, but surrender in the fight. Wave a white flag.
Ooh.
Just like do this one
Ooh,
with
I
like
like
the,
that.
fetal position so that
Turtle.
yeah, because I would just want to be in the same room as her. I just love her. And I agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
I think I like Beyonce more than you like her, but I'm not the biggest Beyonce guy. I don't know.
Mhm.
What would you say, Moff?
That's fair.
Oh, I mean, I think I'm gonna fight Beethoven because that just sounds
Ooh, hot take.
Because like he'd
um
probably make a song from it, you know?
yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna one punch the guy. That's my plan. So yeah, and then I'm gonna Liney Britney and I'm gonna cut Beyonce.
Free Britney, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot.
yeah. She's back.
She's
Britney
back.
is back. And apparently Justin Timberlake's going down now. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's facing a lot of fire from that.
Oh,
Maybe you guys will have to watch that and then we'll regroup with that one next week.
Yeah, we
recap.
should talk about it. That's what our beer league players are looking for, is that Britney recap.
Yeah, I'm sure that's just like at the top of mind for them, hey?
Yeah,
Too
absolutely.
funny. Well, you guys, that
All
wraps
right.
up this week's episode of Ladies Night for the BLP. She said a couple cold ones. BLPA Big Show. Thanks so much, Moffatt, our special guest, for joining us tonight. It's the first time we've
Yeah,
seen
thank
you, but
you.
it's not going to be the last.
Hey,
No.
thank you.
Remember to slide into her DMs. If you're special enough, she'll say yes.
Yep. And remember to follow us all on wherever you really want to follow us, and rate and review and chirp us in the review if you'd like, as long as it's 5 stars. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, best chirp with a 5-star review gets, I don't know, something. Nick will tell you.
Yeah, get some photo of my tits. I don't know.
Pat on the back.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's up for a debate.
I'll join the photo of tits if it's gonna get us more likes, guys.
Perfect. Love that. That's
There we
the
go.
attitude that we're looking for. I'm sorry that I cut you
Yes,
earlier. Maybe I'll
absolutely.
have you on my line now.
Yeah, you can swap in.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Interchangeable.
I've dealt with adversity. I'm here for the team. It's all good.
Too funny.
Love it.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening as always. And wait. Can I do it? Remember to be
Yeah,
good
do it.
or be good at it. Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Woo! Nice.
Girls did it.
Yeah.
Get it.